Hey everyone, welcome back to another Ragnarok M classic video. Today we will talk about the cooking mechanics of the game. I'm sure some of the beginners are not aware of the benefits of cooking and eating foods here, so I will show some of the things that you should do in order to get some advantage using the cooking and eating mechanics. Foods here have high impact on your character's damage and stats in this game. We will talk about the fixed stat later, but for now let's talk about the temporary stat and buffs first, since this will contribute a lot to overall damage capability. I will show you the easiest to cook and probably the best food buff that we can use for increasing your damage significantly. It is the Divine Tree Juice. It's just a 1-star food, so you only need 3 ingredients to be able to cook it. But despite being only 1 star, the stats it can give is one of the best stats that you can get from a food buff. It provides 500 HP, 50 SP, 40 attack and M attack, and most importantly, 2.5% physical and magic penetration. We can eat 6 foods at the same time, so these stats can stack up to 6 times. That's a huge buff, especially for the classes that benefit on both attack and M attack. You can also use the Satisfied Feast, but unfortunately, it doesn't give magic attacks, so for rune knights like me, it's still better to use the Divine Tree Juice. So how can we cook this 1-star food? Well, like I said, we only need 3 ingredients to cook this food. The most important ingredient is the 4-leaf clover, which you can buy in this NPC, but it's quite expensive, and you can only buy a limited amount. Sometimes you can buy 10 pieces, and sometimes more. I think the maximum amount I saw was around 50 pieces. It's random, so I always check this NPC every day. The other 2 ingredients can be bought here in the primary ingredient shop. It is the Westgate tomato and Southgate carrot. You can buy these ingredients as many as you need, so it's easy to obtain. After getting the ingredients, you can cook it using your any level cookbook, since it's only a 1-star food. Now, let's see how much stat we can get by eating 6 pieces of Divine Tree Juice. So we got 240 attack and magic attack, 3000 HP, 300 SP, and 15% physical and magic penetration. This is a huge buff, especially the penetration, because it is one of the rarest stats that we can get in this game. So be sure to use these buffs if you're going to do some dungeon instances. This will help you a lot to clear it faster and easier. Anyway, let's head to the next one, which is the permanent stats we can get by cooking and eating food buffs. But before we start, I just want to share the sponsor of today's video. Do you want to grind on multiple accounts at the same time like this? LD Cloud Phone got your back. LD Cloud Phone lets you launch multiple virtual devices and game in the cloud. No storage used, no battery drained, and no data wasted. Just non-stop gaming, anytime, anywhere. I'm using this to do boss hunts in my other accounts. It helps me to ensure that I finish my 5 MVP and 15 mini chances on all of my accounts every day. It also helps me to grind all of my accounts at the same time. You can switch between other devices without worrying to be disconnected. As you can see, my 2 accounts are grinding here, and the best part is you can close the app or your data and your accounts will still remain online and grinding. LD Cloud Phone is available in Android, iOS, and PC. Use my link in the pinned comment and video description to download and access a new user free trial. Thank you, and happy grinding. So, the next benefit has to do with our handbook stats. All foods have these permanent stats that we can unlock after reaching certain cooking or tasting level. Stats may not look that big, but it will give a huge impact on our handbook stats once we unlock a lot of food buffs. The stats will also base on the food rarity. The higher the star of the food, the higher stat we can unlock. Let's cook this food, for example. This is only 1 star, so the ingredient we need is very cheap and common. I think 100 is enough to reach level 10 cooking, so let's cook 100 pieces. Now we have reached level 10 cooking level. So the other thing to do is to eat that 100 food we cooked to reach level 10 tasting level, because it also gives a stat. So we unlock 2.5 attack by just doing that simple thing. I have more ingredients, so I will use them all to unlock more recipes for my handbook stats. And let's see how much stat I can add to my current handbook. My target stat is attack and magic attack, so let's take note of my current stat. Right now, I have 398 attack and 310 magic attack. So now, let's do some cooking. I will speed this up, since it will require a lot of time, so see you later after I used all of my ingredients. So after 30 minutes, I cannot cook anymore because I ran out of ingredients. My cookbook is now at level 9, and I can upgrade it to level 10, but I will do it next time. Now let's check my handbook stats. Now I have 450 attack and 366 magic attack, so I managed to add 52 attack and 56 magic attack on my handbook stats. That's actually good, since I didn't spend much Zeny, because almost all of my ingredients are from grinding. I probably bought some, but it's not that much, so overall, it's a good progress. I also haven't unlocked that much, since I don't have some of the ingredients needed, so I need to farm more ingredients to unlock more stats. Anyway, that's it for this video. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you, and see you on the next one.